What up, guys? Welcome back. NDL Weekly. Happy to have you guys here. We do the way. See, Zach, I just wanted to tell Zach this is called the NDL Weekly Show. This is a podcast we do. It's a show we do about our NDL leagues. I'll tell you about it later, but I'm very happy to have you on, Zach. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you, brother.
Happy to be here.
Adrian, how you living today, brother?
Great.
Good. Hey, I really appreciate you guys picking me up when I couldn't do much. I am selling a house. I'm buying a house. I got family. Everyone's busy. I know it, but I'm overwhelmed. I'm flush. I'm a little hot. I'm sweating for no reason. I got a lot going on, but these leagues mean a lot to me, mean a lot to you guys, and we all need an outlet. This is definitely mine. Jason, how you living, brother?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm well, man. I'm a little stressed out, but I get to see you. I might, I don't know. It's been a lot, man. But
You'll get through it.
Thank
I
you,
know
man.
you will.
I need some heart emojis, maybe just random heart emojis. Just text me. Justin, how you doing, brother?
Can't complain. Getting over a little head cold, but gave me an excuse to stay in and play Halo all weekend.
Nice.
How do you like Halo? Do you like it?
I love it. It's so great.
It's great.
It's only
Well,
a
which
beta.
one? Which one are you playing?
The new one, Halo Infinite, just came out.
See, I'm
Bro,
disappointed there's no SWAT.
It'll come out. So they released the beta 3 weeks early on their 20th
That's what I'm
anniversary.
playing.
Yeah, no, SWAT's my shit. That's all I played on Reach.
Yeah.
So I'm the same
SWAT?
way, but I've been playing so much.
Or do you say slut? Or
SWAT.
SWAT?
I like to play SWAT with sluts.
Oh, bro. I'd play that. So I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
a
fun.
video game guy, but I'd play that.
It's fun because when the sluts run, you can hear the beef curtains flapping in the wind.
I wouldn't doubt if Grand Theft Auto had sluts in it, right? That's
Oh, they do,
probably a
for sure.
slutty type.
They got prostitutes, so.
Have you ever been off to Grand Theft Auto? That's
my God.
I can confidently say I have not,
No. Okay.
but I wouldn't judge if you did. Everyone's got.
I'll tell you what, dude. It took a lot less when I was a teenager. Preteen, I'm talking Sears catalog, Renee Turnoff. You know what was a big one? What was that dance show on? Oh, dang it, dude. It was some Saturday afternoon after the cartoons. It was African American Soul Train. Dude, you know what was the best, bro? Was when the camera got a little low and it veered up, bro.
Did you by chance just Pavlov's dog yourself into a boner talking about Soul Train?
Right now, currently?
Yeah, currently.
Too stressed out, dude. Too stressed out. It's like I went into the ocean and it was so cold. It's inverted right now. Have you guys ever seen a girl with inverted nipples? Have you guys seen that? I saw that. That is different. I want you to know, boobies, so great. Inverted.
Still
awkward. It's still good. You just kind of can't look directly at it, right? You can't look.
It was surprising the first time.
Have you seen it?
Once. Well,
once.
Multiple times with one.
Not your wife?
No.
If it is your wife, I am a fan of the inverted nipples. Personally.
It's not very normal.
Yeah. Hey, well, okay. So much content. I don't want this to be a 3-hour show. Zach, I know you got a couple jobs. How's the card game going right now? Is there any way that that's going to turn into a full-time job and we can have you back belittling us?
Not in the near future. It's actually slower this year than it was last year.
So is that a trend?
It's mainly due to increased prices and a lot of people aren't stuck at home bored now.
Is it sustainable? Are you going to keep doing it?
Oh yeah, I'm going to keep doing it.
Good supplemental income at least?
Well, it all gets 100% reinvested back into the company, except I did buy a row machine.
Oh, fun. I love the row machines, dude.
A hydro.
Ooh. Fancy.
Pretty
Okay,
penny.
but a row machine.
Does it have water in it?
No. It's like a Peloton, but a row machine.
Have you guys ever effed with the assault bike? The Rogue assault bike. Oh man, I have a row machine too. Super sweet. Because you could just do that down in your basement, your finished basement.
Yeah, that's the whole thing is I can do it for 30 minutes and
You row
And-
for 30 minutes?
I haven't started rowing yet. Eventually I will.
Oh, so at some point in your life, you'll start rowing. Is that kind of?
Once it gets here, I ordered it. It's
Oh,
not
you
here
have
yet.
not. You don't have it yet.
No,
Could we see you with your shirt off once you're like 6 months in?
probably not.
What about like your pants off?
No,
No, not your pants off. Either.
No.
Okay. No. Jason,
Not for
didn't
you.
think so? Not for me. Sarah gets that. Does Sarah even get to see you with your pants off?
yes, she does.
Oh yeah, she does.
She may not always want to see it, but
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right. So let's get into it. I want to talk about a couple different items per league. We're going to first go into 32. Adrian, if you could pull up the draft order, we'll touch on a couple things. Zach, if you see anything that stood out to you, let us
What-
know. Mhm.
after we look at this, I want him to go into power rankings.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to look at draft order. We can look at power rankings, and then I want to play a game. So week 13, we'll figure out what we're doing week 14. We might do the same thing, but week 13, I'd like to see if we can get whoever wants to play. If it's just us four, then it's us four and Mitch or whatever, or if Zach wants to play, $5 a head. We're going to bring the community together and we're going to bet on the matchups. So week 13 matchups, $5 a head. I could put it out in Discord, the matchup. Oh, actually, Justin said he's going to put together a Google Doc of the matchups. If you're not in Discord, no problem. I'm going to email it out. If you're in Discord, it's going to be under the podcast channel. So I want to bring the community together, $5 a person, winner takes all. There will be a tiebreaker or we'll just split the pot. We'll just split the pot. Let's just do it like that. We'll split the pot. If anyone comes up with anything during the show, we'll do that if it's better. So we'll talk about the matchups, see who we feel who has the edge, and then we'll talk about that league's trades. All right. So anything anyone want to say?
Nope.
Nope. Sweet.
Good to go.
32, 16 team league, full PPR, tight end premium. These are the stinkers. By strategy, they're on the bottom. Or by negligence, or I don't know what Cole was doing. He's on some of these lists. He was active. I hope you're all good, Cole. We love you. You shit the bed. I don't know what happened, especially in JB. That was the sexiest roster I think I've seen in a long time, and you didn't make the playoffs. Go Raiders. All right. Baltimore Thrashers, that is Braxton. Congratulations. 1-15. You got the 101. The 102, Pit Stains. You, Jakey, you were in the playoffs last year, almost, if it wasn't for the military, or you're in the military. I don't know if that's really the military. You would have made it in the championship game. You got the 102, Las Vegas Sinners. That's Rizzo, I believe. He's got the 103. That was those three right there. You really deserved the bottom and the best draft picks. Well done. You capped out at 1,294 points. The next person, Andy, New York Stock Exchange with 1,440. And then everyone else is pretty close behind. That was pretty rough. Everyone else really earned their draft pick. Anything you got on that, Zach?
Well, I was going to talk about Braxton's terrible roster management of 75.4% efficiency and starting lineups.
Strategically, though, no?
No, that doesn't matter. Win-loss does not matter. Remember that.
But he had 800 points.
But out of that 800 points, that's potential points. He only scored 613 points.
Right. So at that point, you kind of just are like, man,
But you should always set your best roster. Always set your best roster. Because you could, like I did, upset the two division leaders back-to-back weeks and that caused a potential swap in the division win there.
which playing, so what you're saying, play spoiler and also you can
Always
go
play
for your draft
spoiler.
pick because it doesn't matter. Potential points is the draft order.
Correct. So you always want your best lineup. You want to play spoiler. You want to knock people out. You don't want to give anyone a free ride.
Right.
And then the only other thing I was gonna point out, which you can't really see it because we're on the power ranking screen, but playoff wise, the number one seed, if everyone started their best lineups, go ahead and switch over.
Go to standings and then power rankings, Adrian.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
So if you see here, Ash should have won 3 more games than he actually won. He should be the number one seed. But
Oh.
Dan won 3 games he should not have won. He should have had 2 less wins than he actually had based on if everyone started their best lineup. So he got two layups
No one
in
ever,
the AFC.
it's so hard
and-
to start your best lineup though.
Oh, I know, I get it. I'm just saying they're,
Yeah.
Bill could have won 5 more games. Well, he would have lost 3 that he won. So he'd be 2 games better. It's just interesting looking at like St. Louis, or I guess it'd be LA now. He won 4 more games than he really should have. I think he's the number 2 seed. I
How
can't
did
remember.
he win 4 more games than he should have? Because of
So if you look
inoptimal
at the coulda won
lineups by other teams.
and would have lost, the would have lost is if the other team set their best lineup compared to his best lineup,
Mhm.
that team would have beat him.
Yeah, that's depressing.
And good old Jason K down there at 62 or 67.2% efficiency could have won 4 games.
Oh yeah.
Still wouldn't have been in the playoffs, but he might have knocked somebody else out. But he is
I'm not-
terrible
I'm
at
not
setting the
mean.
lineup.
I'm not mean. I can't do that.
Your Philly guy,
Try
you're
to be-
definitely mean.
So you're saying just he could have set his lineup that was going to, those points are going against him anyway.
Yeah.
He might as well.
So he only scored 763 points, but he could have scored 1136. No one's gonna submit the best roster every week. Like the
How would that
best,
have changed his 101?
it wouldn't have. He still would have had the 101,
Mhm.
but he might have knocked somebody out of the playoffs. He could have played spoiler or somebody.
See,
He might have
Jason-
knocked multiple people out of the playoffs, depending
Jason's-
on doubleheaders.
Jason's a lover.
Thanks, Jason.
though. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
I let Adrian win this week on purpose. I could have beat him, I think.
you didn't let him win on purpose. You just didn't care enough to stop him.
No, I wouldn't have won.
You didn't have the means necessary to beat him.
No shot.
Yeah, I don't think so either. All right, let's look at the NFC. We have JK coming in at the 101.
Click the
You
banner.
really deserved it. 0-16. Congratulations.
I'm going from worst to first.
Worst to first,
Yeah, I
and it wasn't even close. So I know you don't listen to the show. Thanks a lot, Zach. Break my heart. But I do have a bet with Jason that he said he's going to make the playoffs it was this league, right?
Yeah.
It was this
Worst to
league.
first.
So he says he's going to make the playoffs. It doesn't even need to go to the title game. I just say he's not making the playoffs with this roster. Now, I know his roster is going to look completely different, but it's his $100 to my $500 that he will not make the playoffs. You've got some good pieces, but you got like 3 pieces. Now, I know you're going to get some more, and you got some draft picks, and you're going to trade yourself broke, which is very fun,
Yeah.
but there's just no way. So you got the 101. Congratulations, Atlanta. Atlanta has the 102. Pretty close, not too far behind you. And then the Panty Raiders, which is who? Panty Raiders is
Adam.
that is Adam.
Adam.
And then the Atlanta Thugs in the same division is Jeremy. Jeremy's a good dude. He's yelled at me a couple times. So 101, 102, 103, and then it jumps up pretty good from there back into the 1,300 point range. So now let's go in. Anything stand out there, Zach?
No, I was just gonna say, the teams that made the playoffs last year that missed this year would be Dallas and Chicago. And I believe
Chicago's me.
Pittsburgh and me and KC.
Good info.
This is only the second year I have not made the playoffs in this league. The only other year was the very first year,
You made the playoffs in this league every single year, except for
the
these
first
two?
year and this year.
How does that feel? I mean,
Oh, I'm like, this is my league. Like the league I care about the most because obviously I've had the most success in it. I am,
and it's a good squad. I'm not sure. I mean, okay, so I'll give you this. You lost the last 2 games, right? Doubleheader in your matchup.
I know I
and
didn't
you're-
lose my double header. I won my double header, but I lost my last two divisional games.
Oh, is that streak only divisional games?
Yes.
Where it says streak? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Good to know. So
Uh,
it's brutal. Your conference, your division was 13-3, 12-4, and you missed the playoffs
At
with a
10-6.
10-6 record. And
second most points in the league scored,
yeah,
but I
That's-
I had the 3rd hardest schedule in the league.
yeah. What's crazy is if you paid attention probably at all and made the trades and waiver
Oh,
pickups.
I try to make trades.
Well, you're pretty bad at it though, because you send pretty horrible off. You don't want me to tell you what you offered me for Lamb, right? You don't want me to say it publicly, right?
Oh,
Landry.
you already did, but yeah,
Landry and-
that was just to throw out to get the conversation going.
Yeah, but how about we skip the foreplay and just bone each other, right? Let's just that's because we already know, like I'll tickle it, you put your finger in it, and then we'll just get down, right? We don't even need it. We're dudes. We just bone. So that's why Landry in a third was just like, why do you hate me? So if you keep offering offers like that,
Well, that was a
then
different league. That was NFL.
that was NFL.
Yeah.
Because that matters. Hey, sweetie. Here, I want you to say, hold on. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you guys say goodnight? Give me a kiss. Love you. Can you say goodnight, girls?
Can they say go
Alright.
Chiefs?
Good night, girls.
Do we hate? I don't teach hate in this family, but who do we hate? Besides, don't say Zach. Don't tell him what we talk about behind the closed doors. Who's our football team? We could at least say that. Do you remember? Raiders. Thank you. All right, say goodnight, girls.
Set them up for a lifetime of sadness.
Just a straight depression, just forever. Dude, if it couldn't get any worse than this year, it's very sad. But okay, enough about our trades. I do have a trade offer to make you in JB when we get there. So let's go into the matchups. Let's start cruising. Let's look at the matchups. We can touch on it a little bit. We're not going to make our picks right now. I'm going to say picks have to be in by tomorrow evening.
Before games.
Yeah,
would give people time, I think.
Yes, let's say like Thursday before kickoff, right? Thursday before kickoff. Whoever wants
Yeah,
to
I-
play with us.
I can lock the Google form at that
All right.
time. So
All right. So in case this is the only time you see the matchups, let's dig into the matchups real quick. So we see the 69ers have a bye and Sith Pack has a bye. Who's the 69ers, Zach?
Dave.
Dave, and then Joe is Sith Pack. All right. So this week, week 13, we're going to be betting on St. Louis Scoundrels. And who is that?
Grill it, Mike,
Mike, and going up against
Todd.
Todd. All right, pull up St. Louis's schedule. I mean his team real quick. So optimal lineup, something like Kirk, Kareem Hunt, James Robinson, Tyler Lockett, Cortland Sutton. Okay, we see that one. We'll just say gut instinct is going to tell you which one we like better.
what's the roster construction on this one? Pro submitting a lineup.
So it's start 7, full PPR, tight end premium. You can start 1 or 2 running backs. That'll tell
Okay.
you everything.
2 or 3 wide receivers and 1 or 2 tight ends. It's only 1 total flex.
Right. So Todd's coming in. He's gonna be picking from some doozies, either Teddy or Heineke or Cam Newton. Pretty gross. I'd say so far, I'd take Kirk Cousin with Mike's team. Running backs, Alvin Kamara. Hopefully he's playing. Let's say he is playing. Then Devontae, DK, Pittman. So I'll take Todd's team. I like that. I'd say Todd has the edge there. Anyone disagree?
Yeah, quick instinct. I disagree. I like the other
Quick
team.
You like Grill It?
Yeah,
Okay,
just on a quick look.
you're wrong. So we'll go to the next matchup.
I'm often wrong.
Yeah. Okay, we got Brandon going up against John Lake.
Or John, sorry, John.
It's okay if you pay attention more, maybe. So Brandon's team, we got probably Tom Brady, Nick Chubb, Mark Ingram could be a good start if Kamara's out. Cooper, looks like Cooper's still having bad symptoms, the baller said today. Terry McLaurin, he's been poopy. Debo, he's going to be out. He's got Travis Kelce, and then Darren Waller's going to be out. So Brandon's limping in. Oh, actually, he doesn't even have Nick Chubb because he's on bye. So this is going to be rough. Hopefully, he's going to be trading.
I like the other team.
Yeah, right. So then we got John's team. He's got Patrick. Oh, so who's the better quarterback here? Patrick Mahomes or Carson Wentz?
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna just go with
Well,
Carson.
just look at the points right there.
That is
Carson
pretty.
So-
No, that's
So,
not too.
so hold on. So 380 to 328, and Mahomes has had a bye week.
Yeah, but you got to think about like the weapons they
Josh.
have.
I mean, Zach. Consistency, Zach.
What is
He's more
happening?
consistent.
What are you seeing with the Chiefs this year, Zach?
Well, they're starting to turn things around, but lack of confidence in the defense for the whole offense. I think they were trying too hard to make plays, which is causing all the turnovers they were having.
Are you seeing Andy Reid, come out of halftime, compensating for whatever the offense?
I don't think it's Andy Reid that was compensating. I think it's the actual players that were just trying too hard. There was no run game once Clyde got hurt. And
Darrell
he
Williams
just-
seemed to do all right.
he did okay.
You're watching it closer than we are.
But and the receivers just weren't getting separation, so he was trying to force a lot of things. They've changed up the play call a little bit. They started
Well,
defense is playing better too. They've got more confidence now. We've got some of our injured guys back.
It's more fun when the Chiefs are good, but I would like to see them
So
burn.
my predictions for this league, just Super Bowl predictions right now, is gonna be Washington versus Chargers.
Washington and Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Who are the Chargers? Where are the Chargers? Oh,
It's Ash.
yeah. Washington and Chargers, huh?
Yeah.
Well, put your $5 in if you want. Let's see who the other team was. Colonials. So who's on bye? They have DJ Moore on bye. So they're going in with Mahomes, Mixon, Justin. Okay, so John should come out victorious pretty handily.
John.
John, what did I say?
Josh.
I call him
It's a J
Josh.
name. We
Yeah.
got too many J's in this league. We gotta get rid of a few of you guys.
So you're saying Ash. So go to the AFC. Ash taking on Cleveland. Cleveland Capitalist is who?
Uh
I forget. I should know this.
oh gosh.
James.
James.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
thought
he
so.
took over this year.
Yeah. So Ash, you think Ash is taking him down? So Ash is going to be starting probably. Oh, Rogers is on bye, so he'll
Oh, he's
start.
got a good squad.
Probably going to take Aaron Rodgers. Probably Barkley. Are we starting Barkley, guys? Oh
No, Robinson and Eckler.
at Robinson.
Yeah,
and
I would
Eckler.
go Robinson and Eckler.
Yeah, me too. Tyreek, Justin Jefferson, Mark Andrews. Okay, next, let's see what James is putting up. Oh man, this better be good.
Ash's team is solid. It is. I hate to say it. His team is solid.
His teams are always pretty solid. Kyler
No,
Murray,
no, they're not. Go look at GA.
they're solid enough to say they're usually solid. And GA,
He's been not great in NFL for a while. Not to the lack of trying,
uh-huh.
but
It's in the playoffs this year.
In the
I said-
NFL. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Kyler Murray, Connor, Mixon, David Montgomery, but oh no, all of them are starting. Keenan Allen, Hopkins. It's going to be tough. Hey, that's some
That's
some
a good
scoring.
first week matchup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great squad. I mean, Ash's team is tough to beat. But if Kyler Murray is playing, he's got a real shot. But with Kyler Murray not playing,
Murray and Hopkins are both trending towards playing last year.
Are they?
So
good
Yeah.
to know. All right. I think Ash probably has the upper hand. All right.
without Rodgers, he could have a real bad quarterback week. Ash could.
he's got Burrow.
Yeah, he's got Burrow. He's going up against. Oh, he just
Forgot
went
who
up
they're
against
playing
us. I
this
can't
week.
remember it either. But
No.
all right, Carmen's Miami Vice.
Playing the
is-
Chargers.
Oh, they're playing the Chargers. They have a bad run defense. Hopefully they run a lot with Mixon. Who's on? Aaron Jones is on bye. So he'll have Carson Wentz, Godwin,
No running
CeeDee
backs, though.
Lamb, Terry. Well, I mean, hopefully Aaron Jones is. Oh no, Aaron Jones. Oh, he
On
has no
bye.
run. Carmen. So Carmen, does he have anyone on taxi? No. Dang, I thought he had a good team. He does have a good team. Godwin, CeeDee, Terry, Debo's out. That's not good. Kittle has been hit or miss, but Logan Thomas is damn. He looked good the other night. That was so a touchdown. He had his hand under the ball when he was. was that
Don't even bring it
Logan
up.
Thomas? Was
Don't
that
bring it
bad? All right,
I
who's
lost 2
Carmen
leagues
going
because of that.
against? Ugh, don't even think about it. New England is Tim Robertson. Click on him. Buys Randall Cobb. No one really there. Kirk Cousins, Gordon, Jacobs, Cooper Kupp, Cordero Patterson. Freaking Cordero. I do not have enough Cordero Patterson, and it destroys me when I go up against him. Hurting at tight end. Tim looks like he probably limped in to the playoffs on the backs of what, Patterson and Kupp.
So
Yeah.
he traded, he was, I can't remember what week it was, 8 or 9. He went all in and traded for Cup, and that's what put him in the playoffs. Cause he was
Well, it'll work.
borderline. Yeah,
I
no,
love the
yeah,
aggressiveness. Good move.
he was borderline making it. I always say go for it. If you're that close,
Mhm.
don't worry about your next year's picks. Go get a guy that's gonna get you there, at least in there, and you never know what's gonna happen once you
You're
get
right.
in.
277 points later, he's in the playoffs, but he'll probably end up losing, but I guess you never know. Thanks, V. All right, so. Mhm. All right, so trades in 32. We have some comments from people, right? Did you guys get comments? Jason, you got comments?
I got one comment.
One comment, okay.
Oh, sure.
You a little stuffed up, Jay?
Yeah, I'm coming off a little bit of an illness, a little bit of a cold.
A little bit of an illness.
Yeah, you know.
Not the Rona.
No, I got tested. No Rona.
Okay, so we'll go through these pretty quickly. These are some big boy trades. James wanted to make a push, and I was already out of the playoffs, so I flipped Joe Mixon for Derrick Henry in a second. I think he offered me Derrick Henry. He offered me a lot more, and I just flipped it over. And I mean, in a perfect world, next year I'm going to be drafting, or I would rank Derrick Henry over Mixon, but Mixon's been looking hot. I know.
High usage running back.
Hey, after you called it with CMC after his stellar year and it happened, I'm not doubting you anymore. This guy is built a little bit differently. So my insurance policy was adding on the second.
Unless
That-
they're Frank Gore or Adrian Peterson, they just don't last.
I think Derrick Henry is built to last. No one is indestructible. He was on pace for greater than 320 carries again. But I ended up taking the chance on Derrick Henry, grabbed a second on top of it, gave James Mixon for his push. He's going to need it too. Then the next two trades.
I want to say what James said.
Oh yeah, what did James say? Thank you.
James said last week he was tied to win his division, and he wasn't sure it was going to come out. And he said he was starting a third grade JV team. So he traded. So he had to make a move to get somebody to win that week, and he ended up getting Mixon, who's someone that he likes a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he said initially, what was it? It was just Mixon for Derrick Henry, and he said luckily all extra you asked for was a second. So he said screw it, picked up one of his favorite guys,
Mm-hmm.
and he got him in the playoffs. So he's happy about it.
It did get him in the playoffs. Do we make money for getting into the playoffs, or yeah? So
Yeah.
we get money for making it to the playoffs, and then do we make money for winning our division also?
Nope. Well, you make money by making the playoffs. One in the division, you're
Okay.
making the playoffs.
Okay.
So just a rough estimate, because I haven't updated accounting. In 32, if you make the playoffs, it's $69 and change just to
Nice.
make the playoffs.
Just to make the playoffs.
Just to make the playoffs. That's losing in the wild card weekend.
Okay.
But
You
if I
gotta-
make it next year, it's $500.
So if you get
569.
if you get a first round bye, it's $115 minimum.
Hey Jay, I am pulling for you, bro. I'm trying to. I'm trying to pad that California home fund. So the next couple trades. So the next two trades were one trade, but she asked for me to put the first trade, AJ Brown, Deontay, through first, so she can. I think because Pollard already had played. So it is. I got.
That's a nice little sneaky workaround.
Yeah. So I got Noah Fant and AJ Brown. Renee got Deontay Johnson, Tony Pollard, she owns Zeke, Cole Beasley, and Tyler Higbee. Initially, the counter, this was the counter that she accepted. It was Sutton in there for Beasley, but I wasn't comfortable giving up Sutton on top of Deontay and Pollard. I think Pollard could be a startable asset next year, even if just bye-week fill-ins. He was on my taxi. I think Cole Beasley probably give her some PPR action if she ends up needing to call him during the playoffs. It was Arnold, but while I couldn't accept this and he got hurt, I said, do you want Higbee instead? So I honored that, even though the trade was already through. She didn't even ask for it. So Sutton on top would have been too much for me personally. I know I asked Jason, I asked someone else in the chat. I think Justin replied, you guys would have done that. It was a little too much risk for me. I thought AJ Brown, I want him. I love him. But for me, he is a bit fragile. He might be a bit fragile. So I thought I wanted Noah Fant, and the other piece, AJ Brown, was kind of just a gamble. I only have Arnold, Higbee, and maybe Parham, something like that. So I wanted to shore up my tight end position. Did she say anything about the trade?
She didn't say anything. I just want to say
Okay.
I like your side a lot.
You like getting Fant and AJ Brown?
Yeah, I just like I said, I just traded for AJ Brown. This time last year, he was the 101 in startups.
Yeah, I think
Couple-
he has a good offseason. He'll be up there again, not 101. But guess what, guys? Be active in trades, especially right now, because you will get a premium on the trade for people trying to make a playoff push. So
Like this next one?
yeah.
Yes,
Holy crap, Adrian.
I know.
So
Like,
finally, Joe.
I can't believe people aren't up in arms about trying to reject this as a league-wide vote.
But you know what? This is what happens when people try to make the playoffs. Adrian, break that down for us.
So I gave up Derek Carr, Miles Gaskin, and Stephon Diggs.
So you gave up Stephon Diggs.
Yes, pretty much. And then I got
I like Gaskin.
AJ Brown, 2023 first and second, and Russell Wilson because of salary. So Russell Wilson had like $71. So that was a key to make it work. And he wanted to get Mooney as well. I said, I'm not doing Mooney and Diggs. So
Good
I
job.
said, I'll throw in Gaskin. And he said, all right. I said, send it. And he sent it, and I accepted happily.
And you know what, Joe? He don't care, bro. Joe's gonna.
Yeah,
He'll break the
needs,
bank.
Yeah, he needs Stephon Diggs to win. I mean, he's in the playoffs. So, he needed Stephon Diggs, and I think, having Gaskin there would help too.
I like
Gaskin
Gaskin.
hasn't
They're
been bad.
using him well right now.
They
too.
are.
I think that's a fine trade. The 23 first, that's a hot pick. I love it.
Joe
But-
will always trade to win now.
Yep.
And that's why he never has any picks, but he's also won 3 championships. So
Yeah, he's actually a good example of what it takes to win. You look
Yep.
at his team, when you go to trade, you'll see seeing 0 picks for the next couple years, or all of them, right? If it's 2 or 3 years, it's all of them. They're gone. It's a bizarre sight, but then you look at his team, he's got players.
I like to talk trash on Joe, but I don't question his methods anymore. I don't know how many trades I laughed at over the years that he made. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. That was terrible. And it's like he was a genius because they always worked out for him.
He's a spreadsheet guy. I think Jake is, I think Justin is. I don't know if you guys are. I'm not.
I'm not. Don't put that evil on me.
I've got like
Oh.
4 spreadsheets open right
Who
now,
was it?
so.
I mean, I kind of, I don't do my fantasy spreadsheets, but I
Crazy.
think it was Jake, you said? I know he does.
Jake did. Yeah, I thought you said you did, but yeah, solid return, bro. Hey, that's good. And if it's all worth it if Joe gets it, but you got a first, a second, AJ Brown and Russell Wilson. That's that's hot. That's
Stephon Diggs.
well
You know,
done, dude.
Stephon Diggs was involved in a lot of interesting trades this week in these leagues.
Mhm.
And before we cut the trade or the buy sell part of this podcast, I was thinking like now's the time to take advantage of people. If people are desperate in the playoffs with injuries and bye
Oh,
weeks,
yeah.
like you can get more than you should. So if you're
Oh.
not in the playoffs right now, go shop in your studs.
So not everyone's willing to do it, which blows my mind. Like
Yeah,
Right.
some guys just will refuse to trade future picks to win now.
hmm Yeah, they'll
And a
learn.
lot, well, some of the guys have not learned. Some of the
Yeah,
guys will not learn.
I think once they make it to far enough into the playoffs just to lose because they held on,
Doesn't matter.
yeah, that's gross.
And a lot of these teams that when they make it and they are, maybe one win or they don't win in the playoffs,
Mhm.
but they only made the playoffs once every 5 years and they still won't trade the picks. Like you
Mhm.
gotta be willing to trade
Yeah,
to win these leagues or to consistently win.
yeah. Adrian keeps saying it. He keeps making the playoffs. Joe says it, obviously. Jason says it. He makes the playoffs. Renee too. Renee, she hates picks.
She's a trade slut.
But she ended up dying off this year. I don't know. I know she had some family issues and this and that. Much love to you, Renee. I know you're busy, but her trades, she started out hot and then I thought she almost missed the playoffs in JV and her team was righteous, but she didn't really trade too much. She didn't send many trades out either. I don't know what it
She's
was.
a woman.
She's in the playoffs in how many leagues though?
All of them?
Not NFL. She missed it to Ash.
So 3 or 4, and I don't know if she's going to make it in JV, but wouldn't doubt it. All right, last trade.
She's in JV.
Yeah.
JV.
She's playing me.
Junior
Oh,
varsity.
JV. I don't care
JV.
about that league.
Oh, you should have been in it. It's a tight
Dude,
race.
I barely have
You're
the time
right.
to do the 4 that I'm in.
You're right. I'm cutting out a ton of leagues next year, and I'm focusing on these ones specifically. And then I have a few others that I really like too, but redraft done. That thing cost me so much money. And I'm so bad at it. McCaffrey in a second, Alvin Kamara in a 4th. That is who? Dan? Is that Dan?
Yeah.
What up, Dan? And Cole.
Dane and Cole. Trade
What do
pissed
you
me
like?
off.
What do you like? I'm scared. I'm scared of CMC. I'm just gonna say it. I don't
Yeah,
care.
if I'm in the playoffs, I would take the Kamara side, obviously. If I'm
Obviously.
not, I'm pretty indifferent. I think they're pretty comfortable next year.
I want no Christian McCaffrey personally.
So 2 years ago,
I don't want it.
I offered him Kamara and a 1st, straight up for McCaffrey. Absolutely refused to take. I wanted to win that year. I lost in the Super Bowl that year. Would not take it. My whole plan that year was get him and then dump him. I was literally gonna ride him through the playoffs and then dump him as soon as the playoffs were over.
That was the year you said he's gonna be broken the next year.
Yep.
Yeah. Fuck, you were right. I thought you were smoking. All right. Anything else on this league?
Nope.
Okay, we are not going to go through the teams. We're going to just take a quick look at the playoff picture. We'll take a quick look at the team, but not break it down. I'm going to wing it. I'm going to see. I don't want it to be too long and be discouraging. Let's go to NFL. How about that, Adrian? Give us kind of what you're thinking. Do you want us to go to the power ranking screen or do you want us to go to the draft screen? Zach.
We have 2 pending trades. Hold on a second. Oh.
Pending where?
In NFL.
Ooh.
But neither of them can be processed right now.
Hmm.
Because John has to pay for future years and Jim will be over the salary cap. So he's gonna have to make a move.
I'll hit him up too.
So the trades, I'll just announce them right now. Denver is giving up AJ Brown, his 2022 first and third. The Chargers third. 2023 second, for T. Higgins, Adam Thielen, and the Browns 2023 first from the
Oh, that's-
Jets. From the
That's
Jets.
Jason's.
That's Jason's. Yep.
Yep. Tell us about it, Jay.
I want AJ Brown. I don't know. I think he's still going to be a top receiver next year. Now I have him, DeAndre Hopkins, and Tyreek Hill, and that just sounds good to me.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's so good.
I'm excited for that.
This is not the league that we bet in, right?
No.
Right.
I think Thielen, this is probably Thielen's peak of his career right here. I think it's only downhill from here. I didn't want to throw in T. Higgins. I was trying to get him to do AJ Brown, but I got T. Higgins for James Robinson, who again was another guy who I think this was his big year.
Mm-hmm.
But
for a guy
so-
like James
Well,
Robinson.
ETN should be back next year, and that should really.
That's what
Cut
I'm
in.
thinking. So I ended up trading away two guys who I think lose a lot of value for a guy who is still young and an elite receiver, and
It's-
brings my core to, I love it now.
I like it.
It's always better to trade a year early than a year late.
Hey, Adrian,
And I
how
also-
you feel about James Robinson?
Oh, and real quick,
Love him.
Still love him.
real quick, I wanted to move up from a 2023 pick to a 2022, so that way I can try and draft a replacement for Kirk Cousins earlier rather than later. If I do take a quarterback or a tight end, I just wanted to pick earlier rather than later.
You know who
Smart.
has some quarterbacks on his taxi squad?
I got
Do
a
you
first
know-
for you. Let's do it.
Do you trade?
Let's do it,
Would
Zach.
would you take a first for him, Zach?
For Fields?
We'll figure something out, Zach. We'll figure something out.
I say you. Take
I'm not
it right
trading
now.
Mac Jones. It would have to be Fields.
Hey, I'm going to give you props right now for taking Mac
Mac
Jones over
Jones?
Fields and JB. I still really like Fields, but damn, Mac Jones looks. I'm not going to say he looks like Brady, but he looks like Brady. I'm not
Yeah,
going to
what?
say he is Brady, but he sure does look like him back there. He moves like him. This kid is good, dude. I got him in so many leagues.
You know,
Stole him in an NFL league.
In NFL, you did. Yeah. JB, I think you paid a premium. You paid what he's worth. You definitely didn't get him at a discount. But he's hot.
Who took him? Who took him the latest in a league? I took him at 202 in BA.
205 in NFL.
Ooh. There you go.
he's good because of Josh McDaniels, the future Texans coach. Just saying.
Oh, he's not going to the
But he
Texans.
didn't leave for the
Yes,
Colts. I think
he
he's
did.
going to go to Houston.
No,
Him and the GM of the Texans went to college together. They're gonna fire Cully and the offensive coordinator, and Josh
He's not
McDaniels is
leaving.
gonna be the
he's not leaving. He's taking over as soon as Belichick retires.
That's the promise.
That's what I think too.
There's,
Hmm.
I know you're excited and you really want it to happen.
I got that feeling.
It's
Hey, you're right.
Not
with the
gonna
Debo.
happen.
Adrian has had these gut feelings before. It's not indigestion. All right. So NFL, let's cruise. New York Jets, Indianapolis Colts, Pittsburgh Steelers. That's your 101, 102, 103. It looks like it was a pretty tight race for biggest loser. Not too bad. Anything stand out to you, Zach, on the AFC?
just the fact that I mentioned it earlier. Cole was 3-13, but he's the 7th pick.
Oof, that hurts.
I
was-
think I had. Oh, go ahead.
He could have won 5 games that he didn't. He should have lost 3 that he won. But he was only at a 79% efficiency.
Something happened to Cole. Something happened. Something happened with his family, or distracted him, or work's been crazy because he fell off. He was active, and something happened. I
I mean,
don't
he
think
did-
you can blame him.
So in our division, he had the second toughest schedule next to me. John and Joe both had cupcake schedules.
Probably because I got to play you two twice.
How's that
I-
105? How did you get there? How did you arrive at 105?
The fact that
Injuries?
James Conner and Mark Ingram and Chuba Hubbard were my running backs. Now James Conner started doing well later. But my only wide receiver is Stephon Diggs.
What happened to the trades? What happened to the waiver wire pickups? Because I didn't see you much on the wire.
There's not much to pick up in this league on the wire.
There's always
Awesome.
something to pick up and then to
I'd like-
flip.
I'd like to throw out there, if you see the Browns, I had second most PF and I missed the playoffs
Yeah, that's brutal, bro.
Hate to see it.
by 1 point.
That's rough, dude. By 1
Because-
point?
Yep, because that Taylor Heineke touchdown didn't count. He had Seattle's defense and he beat me by 1 point.
That's so rough, dude. See, you
Yeah,
missed the
he-
playoffs and you tried hard. Zach missed the playoffs and he didn't try hard. And it's only a separation of 5 picks.
It's terrible. I don't even have my pick. I traded it.
I had
Oh,
the
of course you did. Because you're good at
toughest
fantasy.
schedule in the league.
Mhm.
I had an average 107.5 points scored against me.
Imagine if you just traded a little bit.
Hold on. The division leaders in the AFC had an average of 83.6 and 90.6, 84.3, and 93.5.
Hmm.
If you go to standings, actually, you'll see what I'm talking about.
So power rankings. Oh, I had such a good team. It wasn't great. but
So
it's such
even
a good
into
team.
to Jason's credit, he had 8 more points scored against him on average than the division winner in his league.
So brutal. Me, Jason? Or Jason
No,
K?
Jason K.
Jason K.
If you look, he had 101.1 scored against him on average compared to Nate's 93.5 a week.
And I also have the second highest PF.
Yeah, brutal. All right. What else? What stands out in the NFC? Zach, anything with the draft pick guys?
To me,
Um,
it stands out that the Saints don't own their pick. Wes owns them with the Giants. So the 1-2 is not his.
Oof.
That's got to be tough.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Oh, so do you know what he traded the 101 for? Or the
Um,
102?
It was something, yeah, I talked to Wes recently. It was something like they flipped tight ends. So Wes gave Goddard and a second and got Jonnu Smith and a first.
Hmm.
Oh,
He got Goddard out of it, but gave up I mean, the Saints supposed to be good. They got injuries and Calvin Ridley and all that stuff.
But he got Goddard and gave up Jonnu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But still, the 1-2, probably not
Yeah,
quite
that's-
worth Goddard. We don't know that at the time.
that hurts.
Like, what you can do.
Yeah. Okay, so Arizona Cardinals got the 101. Saints 102, doesn't own it. Detroit Lions 103. Anything stood out? Anything else stood out to you, Zach?
no.
Not on that one. Good job,
Renee-
guys. Make
Renee
picks.
San Francisco's got the 6th pick and she missed out on the playoffs to head versus Green Bay.
And Ash owns her
Brutal.
pick, too. So it's a double whammy.
Oh, and Ash owns her pick.
Yeah.
And Ash is in the playoffs, or did he
Yep.
not make the playoffs?
Yeah, no,
here?
he won the
and
division.
got her pick.
So he won the division and has her pick and knocked
Yeah.
her out of the playoffs, or she was knocked out of the playoffs, I should say.
She was knocked out and he got the spot that she fell out of.
And she barely missed it.
Yeah, by like a point.
Oh,
She needed, I think Russell Wilson scored a touchdown at the end and something happened in the Monday night game that knocked her out of it.
oh, sick to your stomach. Love you, Renee, but that's brutal. All right, well, let's go to the brackets. Remember, guys, $5 ahead. I'm going to send out Justin's work or Justin will send it out, or we'll send it out. We'll send out the brackets. You guys can look at the teams. If anyone wants to know the breakdown, I don't know how we'll get the teams to people.
I would say watch here, right?
Watch here. That's right.
Clicked every name.
That's a good idea. All right. So who else? Okay. So we got Cowboys have a bye. Who is that, Adrian?
John.
CeeLo has a bye.
Sean,
and the
yeah.
Falcons, Brian McCulloughy. He's got a bye. All right. So NFL League is half PPR, start 7. I think this is 1 or 2 running backs. Half
One.
PPR.
So all my leagues except for JB are 1 running back minimum.
Okay. 1 or 2 though, right? It says 1 or 2.
Yeah, you can, so you start 1 running back, 2 wide receivers and a tight end, and then you have a flex for all 3 positions, 1 flex.
Okay. All right. Flash on the Eagles. Let's put it up there for like, just take a look at it.
This team's really bad.
Agreed.
Is it Justin's?
Yep.
Yeah, it's Justin.
Missed out the
Lamar,
1 seed by. Don't want to talk about it. Yeah, go ahead.
it's bad?
I like this team.
No, I'm talking trash because he's here with
Oh,
us.
I thought
Yeah.
That was sarcasm.
over my head.
I sensed it, Zach. Don't worry.
Hey, Justin, how did you not tag? Did you just get this team?
This is my 2nd year with them.
How did you not extend Lamar? Or why did you not
I
extend him?
just traded for Lamar and
Oh,
he wasn't
okay.
extended. I did not know.
Oh, that's right.
I
You had
went-
Josh Allen.
I went through the last 2 years to be like, he must have missed extending him because now I'm freaking out about the offseason. And now he just didn't extend him. So I
Who'd
don't
you
know.
get him from?
Tampa.
Jason, okay.
Yeah, I was bummed. Now I'm like, God damn it. And I got to tag him or I got, yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Actually, a tag isn't bad
No, tag is good. You'll be good.
because he's only gonna go up 5%.
All right. I can live with that.
So
I
he'll
wouldn't mind having
go,
him for 5 more years though instead. No, well.
no, you can
You
only
can tag
tag
him twice.
No, I know. I'm
though.
saying
3.
I wish he
3
would have
times.
done it in a
Oh.
holdout year instead for me, so I didn't have to
Oh,
worry
yeah,
about it.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. Hey, smart dude. Someone reads the bylaws. All right. So
No, I got a coworker who talks me through every step.
Just a
figured out myself.
reminder,
Oh, Tom. Yeah.
this year, this offseason, we changed the extension rules, or last year. You can go over the 4 years, but only if they're a holdout. So you get 2 years for a holdout extension.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
If your rookie has 5 years that you use the 5-year option
Right.
and he's a holdout, well, you're gonna bump him up to 7, which will go down to 6 next year.
Okay. I have one other question about holdouts. Braxton and I were talking. If your player is in the top X, you can flash on Vikings, Adrian. If your player is in the top X,
Salary or finishing the year?
let's say,
So we have the top X salary. That's established at the beginning of the year. I need to update the spreadsheets. I have them all. I just need to update the spreadsheets.
Mhm.
That's the top X is whatever number it is for the position salaries.
Mhm.
If you're in that, you can never be a holdout.
That's right. That's what I was gonna say. So even if you're number 10 and you score to the third best,
You're not a
not-
holdout
okay.
because you're in the top 10 salaries if you're
Okay.
a quarterback.
Once you're in the top X, you can't hold out again. Can't be a
Correct.
holdout again.
Until
Okay.
you get knocked out of the top X, which can happen. Being in that 10 spots, let's just say, and just throw it out of league where Mahomes is $71. And let's just say Mac Jones had an amazing year or Herbert last year. Let's say he was the #1 quarterback and he goes up to like $50. Well, the 10th quarterback might have only been $40. So
Mhm.
he's now knocked out of the top X. If he then the following year, that 10th quarterback does really well, he could be a holdout again.
Mhm. Okay, great. So let's say they get knocked out of the top X and then they get back into the top X.
They hold out again.
Their salary can get bumped again a few years later.
Yeah, if they get knocked out salary wise, they're not in the top 10 salaries or 15, depending on if it's a wide receiver or 5 of
Mhm.
tight end. then, and they produce points in the top 10, they'd be a holdout.
Hmm.
They win the top 10 salaries at the
Wild.
start of the year.
All right, let's look at the Vikings going up against Justin. Good job, Justin, making
Eagles.
the playoffs.
Thanks.
Eagles.
Finally in the league. Or
I
finally
like
in
Tom.
the
Tom's
in
fine.
Discord.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's good to see him. So he's got Dak, Austin Eckler, Galladay, Terry. You guys take a look.
Josh Jacobs.
Make
Kelsey.
your picks.
Jacobs
Yeah,
is
Kelsey.
terrible.
Oof.
I like the Vikings.
You like the Vikings over Justin's team, Justin?
Yeah.
Dang it.
I like Justin's team.
I don't want to jinx anything. I like the Vikings. I
Oh,
just want to say in the 2 weeks I've owned Lamar, he's had a tummy ache and was shitting his pants and he had his worst week ever. So I'm pretty pessimistic right now.
and Josh Allen did all right too.
I'm,
All
not
right.
a I'm not a fan of Lamar.
Me neither anymore.
I like Lamar. I like a nice floor. He's just got to stop getting sick. Who gets sick that much? No one gets sick.
Apparently he eats McDonald's like 6 times a week.
God,
I don't know if
what the
that's true,
F?
but it's the rumors.
All right, the AFC Chargers going up against the Bengals. Who's the Chargers?
You didn't do Packers like
Joe.
Seahawks yet.
Oh, Packers. Kevin and the Packers. Just let it flash. It's going to go too long if we keep going into it. So let it flash so people can pause it on there if they want to circle back to it. So Kevin's Packers. Oh, okay. Oh my. Just if you
Like
can
that.
just
This is by
scroll
far
up a
the
little.
funniest episode we've had.
We haven't looked at Cleveland's team.
The team's
All right.
terrible.
Kevin's Packers.
No, I'm talking about the girl on the
lady.
team
The
page.
thonged woman.
Okay, Seattle. Ashes in the playoffs again.
Yeah, both these teams are
Congratulations.
decimated by injuries and buys. So this will be interesting to see their chess match.
Ash won.
Ash won. Congratulations to the Cowboys and the Falcons for getting the bye. All right, Chargers and Bengals. Chargers
That's
is
Joe.
Joe. And the Bengals are
The Bengals are Nate.
Nate. All right, that was a little too fast. All right, Joe's. He's got a little. Ooh, who's he going to start? Tyler Heineke in the
Heineke.
playoffs.
He's
Yeah.
gonna start Heineke. I'm giving this one to Nate.
Hey, Heineke against the Raiders might be all right. All right, Nate. What does Nate got? You know what? I've always looked at that picture. I'm not a fan of any of them. I've looked
Neither
at
am
them
I.
about 1,000 times.
Go back up.
I
Let me give an
want to.
opinion.
I want to like one. I want.
Nope.
Nothing.
Yeah, not great.
Yeah, scroll
There's-
down.
I mean, I'm not gonna be picky, but
Be picky. So Kyler, he might be back, or Derek Carr. At least he has a backup. Gordon.
Yeah, he does have a
Najee.
backup.
Oh,
Najee Mooney.
Devontae Smith.
And Mooney.
Nate, it's gonna be tough. All right, next
got Fournette there too. It'll help.
Texans is Jim, and Jaguars is
Me.
Adrian.
that's all right. That's okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
She's
That's okay.
gorgeous.
Okay. Oh, right there. I can't see any of the players. I have I'm gonna need I can't. There's a vagina in there. So
Tom
okay.
Brady.
Tom Brady, focus.
That's it.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Brady,
Is that it?
Montgomery, Godwin,
Okay.
Metcalf, Renfro. That's a solid.
Yeah, that's a solid team. Jim doesn't play with us at all. He's always on Discord, but Josh Allen. Oh, Adrian. You're the one who got Josh Allen, huh? Oh no, was that the other conference? Oh, that was the other conference.
Look at that squad.
Gibson, Robinson, Terry. You're gonna need it. Why do you hate wide receivers? All of your leagues.
Cooks has been doing good.
Okay.
Yeah, Cook's
Fuck.
Only
solid.
making 13.
Come on, stop being a
Okay.
homer.
Jeepers.
I
Cooks
sold
has been
Cooks.
all right.
Preseason.
Oh, he had to
Right.
go into the game log. All right.
Yeah, and did you notice 2 games ago
Let's
he
go to
only
the
scored
trades.
2 points?
Wide receivers
I
are
think he
wacky.
had
though.
the same stomach bug that Lamar did.
Zach, who do you think is going to meet in the championship for this league?
I hadn't looked at the rosters that much. Let me look real quickly.
We'll do
John
trades while you look
confirmed.
and jump
Yeah.
into your opinion.
Yeah, that's awesome.
If you want to pee, Jason, we can talk trades while you.
I wasn't gonna pee.
Okay. You're
FYI.
stronger than I am. If I got to pee, I'm done. Oh, you're going to masturbate.
Oh,
That's disgusting.
yeah, it was.
There we go. I caught
I'm
it.
pretty quick, too. All right. So trades in NFL. Who had the NFL trades? Justin.
Yeah, there was only one that's been processed.
Okay. We'll just talk about.
Oh.
Liar.
It's 8 days, right? Because we're behind
Yeah.
today.
Well, this one happened live on the show last time, the Henry Robinson one.
Okay. So not that one.
Yeah,
T.
so
Higgins
then
and Robinson.
that's you too. You talk about it.
You go first.
I just wanted another running back.
Of course
you
I
did.
Why not?
love James Johnson.
I hate Robinson and I hate Higgins.
You did
Easy
what?
enough.
So
Nah,
I love Higgins.
I got Robinson for this year, and I don't. Like I said, I'm an ETN guy. I think he's I was high on him in college, so I think he's gonna be really good in the pros.
Me too.
How many guys in college transfer over to the pros and do good? Not a lot.
At least one.
Brutal, bro.
Yeah.
Hey.
Jeepers. Yeah.
That's all right.
So who's in the playoffs? This is okay.
Chargers.
No, sorry.
Alright.
I meant between Adrian and Jason. So Jason,
Adrian.
this is the one you just missed it, right?
Yeah,
I did not mean to pick off that scab, but I think that's a killer trade for you, Jason. That's solid. And in a half
Higby's already-
PPR, James Robinson. I think you paid a premium to get James Robinson, but in half PPR, running backs reign supreme.
Yeah, and I
That's-
think he's
that's
got
solid.
a nice playoff schedule, doesn't he?
James
decent.
Robinson,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
probably. I think I saw he has one of the top three
does he? Okay.
between them, the Bears, and the Eagles. I think were the top three.
Does anyone else hate this next trade?
I think he could have gotten more for Patterson. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, Cole, listen, focus on me right now. What's wrong, bro?
Yeah,
What
I
is
saw that
happening
trade
with your
earlier
life?
and was
What is
disgusted.
happening inside your heart? Like, is everything call me, text me, just call a friend, because you got Myles Gaskin. No, you got Michael Carter and Kellen
That's it.
Mond.
You got
Let's not
Carter.
even
That's
talk
it.
about Mond. I like Carter. I like him.
Yeah.
But Joe will take it. He'll take it hard and love it. So ask for more. You got to know your audience when you're trading. Cole,
To me,
you know
that
what you're
feels.
doing.
To me,
I
that
love
feels
ya.
kind of like someone offered him a deal for Patterson, and he just kind of took it without shopping Patterson at all.
As soon as I saw it completed, I might have even processed. No, I think actually Jack processed them. I thought Cole was bored. He just accepted it. Took
Yeah.
Carter. But Patterson, he's obviously gonna hold out. So maybe Cole's thinking that he's gonna be a holdout. He's gonna blow up in price. He's gonna be hard to take. He might not be able to fit him next year. Myles Gaskin, maybe he hates Gaskin, but I think Gaskin Carter's a wash. Does anyone disagree?
No,
It's another Joe trade. Like Zach said, he's trading to win now to make it through the playoffs.
Well,
I
yeah,
think
no,
Cole
Joe got it. That was awesome. He
I think
scored.
Cole made the right move trading Patterson. I just think he should have tried to get more.
A little more, yeah.
I like Kellen Mond.
No, you
Oh,
don't.
Jason, stop.
I'm just
God.
kidding.
You followed him in college, right?
All right, Zachy, what do you think? Any prediction?
I got Denver in the AFC. I'm really having a hard time picking a team in the NFC.
Oh, wow.
The NFC, everybody's like between 7 and 10 wins.
They're
Everybody.
their teams, like each team has a couple of good spots on the roster, and then the rest of it's like,
Mm-hmm.
if I had to
Give it to me.
Bet?
Gun to
Zach.
your head.
Give it to me. Do it. Say it.
The Eagles.
Make it.
The Eagles.
no, it's
Do
not
it.
the Eagles. The Eagles
Oh,
won't
come
win this
on.
week.
Douche.
Oh,
No, I agree.
They won't
I
win
actually
this
agree with you.
week.
I actually
I was hoping
I
to play
think
Ash.
it's either gonna be the Cowboys or Vikings. I
So whoever wins that game.
yeah.
Cowboys or Vikings, huh?
I told Ash this already by Mina. I wanted to play him this week because he's got everybody hurt around a bye. So I'm pretty sad about the draw.
Yeah, so
However,
I
you
don't,
gotta
that's why
win.
I don't think he's gonna advance.
Adrian,
Yes,
GA, my friend.
gotcha.
So here,
All
hold
right.
on, here, hold on a second though. If Wes loses, or not Wes, if Ash loses, then the Packers will play the Cowboys.
Oh, because it switches.
Yeah, we reseed. Just like the NFL
True,
does.
true.
So that would send the Vikings to play the Falcons, which then we could potentially have Cowboys Vikings in the NFC Championship.
I don't think we need to go any further saying anything else before I say this. I am not smart enough to run these leagues. I just want everyone to know that. This
Oh, we
takes
knew.
way more brain power. Justin, you're a dick. Than I have. I don't have it. So thank you very much for coming up with this. I know you piggybacked off the NFL with a few different items. I'm still not smart enough. So kudos. I just had to lick your ass for just a sec. But it was worth it. I
Zach,
love
figure
you. I
figure
love
out
the
your-
leagues.
Figure out your
All right.
favorites in GM now.
Figure out your, oh, look at Super
Favorites
Bowls.
in
maybe.
GA.
So I'm gonna cruise through these real quick. Okay. 101, you very much earned it. Indianapolis Colts. Congratulations.
I tried so hard, so hard to
You
get that
do it.
101 pick.
You weren't even close.
You weren't even close.
I was for a couple of weeks, and then Aaron Rodgers blew up.
Should have traded him.
I
Poor
tried.
management.
Nobody fucking wanted Aaron Rodgers.
This league. So this is your newest league or newer
He was
league, right?
he was weird all year.
But
He's not
no,
Aaron
like-
Rodgers.
I think it was Jake. Jake or James. I was like, week 8. I'm like, dude, you need a quarterback if you want to make a run.
Did they
Would
miss
not
it?
trade.
They
They missed the
it.
playoffs.
Jake missed it.
Yeah, I find GA much harder to trade than NFL due to the weird salaries from the auction draft. Like it's hard to trade some of these guys.
So
NFC is easy.
the salaries will,
Trades.
the NFL and NDL 32 are
Right. They'll
exactly the
balance out,
same.
right?
After like 3 or 4 years, they start to balance out because some of
Yeah.
these high salaries are older players that just get dropped.
Right.
Mhm.
But like, yeah, I've just noticed. I think it's kind of a fun dynamic at the beginning of this
But
league. Like in the
Rodgers
infancy of
only
it.
his salary is only $50.
It's not Roger. It's not the salary. It's not no one wants that. It's something happened to him in the offseason. Like he became Buddhist. He grew his hair. He looks gaunt. He's weird. He got a new
hippie
girlfriend. Yeah.
I think Zach isn't trying hard enough because I
Oh,
traded
that's for sure.
I
Oh,
traded
he's
Julio
not.
with a $76 salary in 32 3 separate times and got him back
It's
twice.
not the salary. It's just the guys, like I run into when I try trading, people just don't want to trade.
No, you are really mean at trading. You send really stinky offers. It's really bad. I just want you to know, be better, like at everything.
But also
Because
we love you and appreciate you.
so much we love you. So much we appreciate you. I'm going to send you a reminder tomorrow.
All right.
So
Just
you
don't
got the
want trading
102.
with you.
So you got the 102. You almost got the 103.
I offered James Aaron Rodgers for Sam Darnold, a 2023 first and a 2023 second.
Yeah, that's all right. But what was Aaron Rodgers doing that moment? Because he's been COVID-y. He's been
Hold on.
weird.
So I
He's-
offered
And it
that.
depends on his backup, I guess.
I offered that on the 21st
Of
of November.
yeah, he was just coming off COVID
Hold on, the
Ish.
21st was
not long ago.
last week.
Yeah, and he had just been on COVID. So
No, he,
kind
Who's his
of
other
a
quarterback?
couple of weeks.
It's all about the timing, Zachy.
Yeah, you don't even watch football. You probably did. You didn't even know he had COVID. Probably did you know?
I did know he had COVID.
Oh,
That's the
I'm
same week he
surprised.
put up 50 points, and then the following week he put up 41 points. COVID was week 9 against the Chiefs.
Close. I was close.
No, you're off by 2 weeks.
It's pretty COVID-y, right? It's pretty symptomy still. And he was weird. He was like, we didn't know if he was going to come back and play. That was a weird one. Aaron Rodgers is good. You got the 102. Congratulations. Cincinnati Bengals got the 103. And
What's on
it
that
was a
pick?
pretty tight race right there. Miami Dolphins at 1405 points. Cleveland Browns at 1408 points.
Which the Cleveland Browns won the Super Bowl in this league the year before.
Oof.
Wow.
Brutal.
Cole
And he
Jones,
has, he
Who is it?
has,
pick.
Who is it?
that's Ash. And he has
Oh.
Mahomes.
He stinks.
But because of Mahomes' salary, I'm trying to remember, his team is so salary strapped. Which is
All right.
why his team fell apart this year.
NFC, Washington
NFC.
football team.
NFC East is holding it down up there on the top of that
Hey,
draft board.
101,
Oh my
Jess.
God, the NFC East was atrocious.
101, Justin. Washington. Hey, you made some solid trades during the year. Made sure you solidified that 101. Take
I was
down.
able to flip CMC for 2 firsts in the 2-week span. He was good.
He didn't
Yeah,
do like me.
that's
Getting ninth.
that's rough though because I like Kyle. Kyle's all right, and he
I like
spent
Kyle,
his
too.
his first, which is the 105. He's the Panthers, and a 2023 first, right? I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope CMC, if for nothing else, I hope for Kyle's sake, CMC comes back because
Oh, I did too. I just didn't want to win, so I needed to flip him.
yeah, and it's been a few weeks probably since that trade where I've decided I can't have CMC. I like to buy low on people and people are low on him, and that's where you kind of pounce. I'm out. Then New York Giants, that is
That's Cole.
Oh,
Cole, God dang it. And Seattle Seahawks is Earl. Earl, what up, Earl? Yeah, he earned that 103. Cole, you earned that 102, 1291 points, 1380. It's
Well, he did have Akers
at
and
Cole.
Ridley on IR. Robert Woods on IR.
who's that? Who did?
Cole.
Yeah. Yeah, but he wasn't trading that much. Well, maybe he
No, his
traded some.
stud team is in JB, isn't it? That team that
Yeah.
was just stacked. I
Yeah.
think that's the team you're thinking of.
No,
You
it
see,
is.
I was
I'm just
second
thinking.
worst.
What
Second
is
worst
it?
in the division.
Yeah, we had
And I got 9th pick,
Hey, listen,
but it's
Adrian.
because of our bet.
I tried to warn you at the beginning of the season. Don't try to go for it in this league. And then you put $50 on it. And then I said,
And then
don't.
I started losing.
And then you sent me the $50 about midway through the season when you started to burn it down.
Well,
So,
what week was it? Week 3 or week 4 that I just gave up on our bet? I'm like,
yeah. Yeah.
well, I owe you $100, and you're like, just go on chat and
Yeah.
talk about how bad your team sucks and
Yeah,
that'll be
you-
good.
You gave me some grace because I lost a bet to you, and then you said you were even when I was about to send you the money. So that was nice.
I play to win.
Look
You
how
do play to
close
win, but you
that.
shouldn't have played to win on that one.
I don't care. I play to win and spoil.
But
You know what,
again,
that
this
sounds
is
like-
this is
That
this
sounds
is
like someone
potential
from
points.
Texas.
Potential points. So
Texas.
I just wanted to point
Republicans,
out,
right?
look how close
Zach?
3, 4, 5, and 6 were in the NFC. Like how close those picks were.
Oh, I saw that, dude. Yeah, those were by just simple points.
Yeah,
Easy
25
peasy.
points, I think, separated the 4 teams.
Look at that 1380.05, 1380.65. That
Yeah.
could be the difference of generational
now
talent.
I will want
And-
to say this: if they're
Probably not, but
watching,
could be.
if those teams are watching right now
Everyone
or
watches
whenever,
but you.
check on Thursday for a stat correction. Because if somehow Seattle gets a stat correction of 0.7 points,
Mhm.
that pick will flip. I'm not gonna go back and look, so that would be on them to look, but
Cool.
Tom doesn't care. He doesn't own it.
but he owns it. Does he not own a second, a third, or pick?
I don't know, probably not.
I
So
think I own all their seconds.
yeah, probably.
Yeah. Hey, I did want to say a quick shout out to Tony. Tony's the one that caught that I actually did make the playoffs over the Bears. So much love, Tony. Good looking out, bro. I guess, Zach can't be perfect. So, make sure to, double check some things. If you see that something might be off, just kind of dig in a little bit. Zach just hopped on it, changed it, looked at it, confirmed it. So I will make the playoffs in this one, and freaking Roy tried to destroy my dreams. And sorry about that, Nate. That was brutal. You made it, but then you did it all in about 5 minutes. So week 13. So we got Braxton and the 49ers getting a bye, and then Jason and the Eagles getting a bye. This was a tight division. I mean, a conference. There were some really good teams. Masiagi's.
The fifth seed here was 14-2.
How do you pronounce his name?
Massaggio.
I
Massager.
Massager. One who massages.
Mache.
Miche. Marshmallow was my favorite so far.
so they were both 14-2.
Yeah. brutal.
49ers and
Crazy.
Cardinals.
Yeah.
And he's a fifth seed.
Yeah. Wild.
That's rough.
Yeah, and then so he'll go up against Casey. Casey has a good team. Let's flash on Marshmallows and okay, so Patrick Mahomes, he's got Gibson, Najee.
He needs a QB.
I don't know why it's still this funny. It's not that funny, but I love it. So Mahomes, he's got some good running backs. Judy, Lamb, Metcalf, Mike Williams was good, and then he forgot he was, and Noah Fant. So that's a solid team. No wonder he's got 14 wins. Casey, I think he's got Allen, Dalvin Cook. Oof, no Madison. Brutal. Yeah, Casey, you're gonna need. Oh, never mind. He's got Cordell Patterson, so he's winning. Okay, next game. No, that's gonna be a tough one, Casey. Okay, this is me. This is brutal. I don't even want anyone to look because I got Dak, but then I got Aaron Jones on bye. I got Dylan on bye, and then I got Swift probably out. So I have Booker.
And your best wide receivers on bye.
And my maybe most talent. No, I mean, I like Ayuk, Terry McLaurin, Devonta Smith, and then I got Kelsey. Kelsey is kind of forgive all other sins. So, and then who am I going up against? I got some
Roy
trades in the
again.
work. Don't worry. Oh, Roy, effort. I was leading this division every week. Every single week I'm leading this division except for last week, and I almost got knocked right out of the playoffs. So he's going to have Burrow, two
Revenge game.
Betties. Revenge game is right. Austin Eckler.
Yeah, there's
on the
not going to
back.
be any revenge happening here.
Oh, I'd say Roy is. Well, just wait. I have a trick up my sleeve. I got a few tricks up my sleeve. I'm going to get some running backs. Oh, don't you worry. So right here, Roy's got it. That's for sure.
You hear that, Roy? You better be on your game and stay ahead of it.
God, I love
Roy, please win. I don't want to play
Need some
much
more
more
seconds.
All right, then we got the AFC. We got Joe and the Chargers. Oh no, sorry, Tony. Look at Tony. Tony made the playoffs, bro. Love that guy. Tony and the Chargers going in with Allen, Najee, Jacobs, Jamar Chase. Ooh, okay, he's stacked. He's got a good team. Foster Moreau, he's got the GOAT at tight end this week. All right, who's he playing? Ravens is Jake, I think. Jake made the playoffs. Good job, Jake. He's got Hurts. He's got Gordon and Kamara. He's got, oh no, Godwin. Okay. Hey, after that trade, trading away Lamar, getting Godwin, you better advance. But he's got Waller out and Uzama. Oh, Jake, I don't have money on Jake. Who else we got? Then we got Renee. What up, Renee? Renee and the Bills. Brady, Cook. Oof. That's going to be rough at running back. Oh, no. Oh, God. Stephon Diggs.
McKissick's hurt.
Oh, no. Okay, next team. I don't want to look directly at this any longer. And then
Mike Ramos.
Mike Ramos. Kyler Kirk. Chubb is on bye. But Fournette and Gibson. Okay, that's solid. Ayuk, Deontay, Mark Andrews. Oof, I'm taking Michael.
Yep.
All right. So that's what we got. Hey, wait, hold on one sec. Good job to the Raiders, and who is that? Rizzo, and then the Jets.
And he is extremely
Joe.
lucky that he has the bye, because he
Okay.
would not make this, he would not win this week otherwise.
Yeah. Any other thoughts you have on anything we talked about? Introspective thoughts that you got to see that we didn't?
Who's winning, Zach?
So I've got either the Cardinals or the 49ers from the NFC.
Awesome.
And
Hey,
then
how about this real quick? Go into the 49ers team real quick.
Team's good.
On bye in week 14 is
that's
Jonathan
that's
Taylor
what's
and
hurting
Goddard.
him right now is JT on
Yeah.
bye.
JT
Yeah.
and Goddard. Yeah.
JT is going to be tough to lose.
Which is
Tom
why
Brady hasn't
I'm-
been playing as well, but he's been solid.
I'm thinking Arizona might be able to pull it off because of
Yeah.
Braxton's buys.
Yeah. Losing Goddard, Pitts just hasn't been great this year. We didn't think he was going to be all that great, but a couple of his flashes showed us that he could be amazing, but that whole offense is really struggling. But okay. And then,
The AFC, I
well, who is
have
Jets? Who's the Jets? Is that Joe?
Joe.
Good job, Joe, getting the bye. Okay. What else? What else you see?
I've got either Chargers or Jets in the A.
Chargers or Jets? Tony, I'm pulling for Tony.
I am
Tony.
too, because I don't want Joe to get I don't want Joe to get a fourth
We
championship.
will hear it all year.
How
Yeah,
is
I
this?
We'll
think-
hear it all year anyway.
Tom has
True.
4, I believe.
Tom has 4 championships?
I believe so.
Wow.
I know he's got at least 3. I think it's just 3.
Look at,
So I remember-
the receivers.
Get a stat correct. You said you only had 2
Devontae,
once and
Justin
made you change
Jefferson.
it.
I know. Damn.
No,
NDK.
You know how many picks he
that
has?
was Joe
AJ?
that made me change it.
Oh, okay.
No picks. Grand total 0 picks. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to blow my load all over everyone, and I'm going to go just spend all my picks before Thursday.
Zach,
Watch.
Zach, what about the Eagles?
What about him?
Zach, no love? I got a good squad.
I mean, this
Yeah,
is not
Jason,
bad,
used to
but
be.
Hey, Jason, good job getting the bye. I didn't say that. Well done. Braxton, good job getting your bye.
Good job.
Hey, Jason, good job representing the NFC East, best division in this league.
Hey, I'm going for it. I got 13 wins though. That's not
because you
bad.
got six bye
NFC
weeks.
NFC South, amazing. My division, really good. Well, the 2 top and the 2 top. All right, let's blaze through these batches.
Got
Oh, wait,
comments
hold
from
on.
most.
Is that the 23rd? Is that a week ago? Oh, yeah, Tuesday. Okay. Okay, Renee and Tony. Renee, oh, yeah. Oh,
This
yeah.
was the trade that started off the week of everybody disrespecting Hopkins.
So Renee,
Oh, yeah.
so Renee gave up. I want to see Zachy. You didn't see this one. Hopkins
Oh,
and
I
2.
saw it.
You saw it?
Oh yeah,
You didn't
I
say
see
anything.
every trade.
You just don't say anything. So you see it and you don't even say anything to us? How do I get rid of Zach on here? How do I close him out? I don't know why you hate us. So Nuke and 2 firsts for I like Diami Brown. Christian Kirk is fine, but basically for Steph Diggs. React.
There's
Zach,
a lot to give
Terrible.
up, but she's going for it.
what's
Terrible.
she say? What?
I got comments from both.
Yeah.
You want them?
Yep, give it to me hard.
All right, so we'll start with Tony. Tony liked Hopkins' playoff schedule more than Diggs's, and he was worried about his Buffalo stack, both New England and Carolina on the schedule. And he also doesn't want the salary increase or the injury worries coming from Hopkins, but the 2 first does not pull the trigger. And then Renee said Hopkins has been injured a lot and she needs to be more reliable, so she was able to get Diggs, who's younger and cheaper. Kirk's a good enough wide receiver too, and Brown from youth, she won't have any picks. It also created cap space and gave me bench depth and helped her now have a starting receiver she trusts.
Solid. I get it. I hopefully Diami Brown was on taxi. That'd be nice. Christian Kirk is not a wide receiver 2. Yeah, hopefully he's not your wide receiver 2, and he is not a wide receiver 2 for sure. But maybe he accidentally could be some weeks. Tony, that's a deal that I mean, you got the guy you wanted, and you got picks, which you love. So well done.
I think I misspoke. He wanted to keep Diggs, but the 2 firsts was enough to make the trade.
Yeah, you want to tickle his fancy?
Yeah,
Throw him some
And the
first.
playoff schedule. Right.
Tony loves picks.
I smashed the accept button on that one.
Same.
Mhm.
I'm with Jason K on Hopkins going to win championships this year.
Hopkins playoffs. Much prefer him.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. What do we got? We got Jags, which is Adrian. Oh, Mike Ramos.
Mike.
I keep doing that. And then Wes.
Yep.
So Wes gets Lamar, AJ Brown, Van Jefferson in second. So Lamar and AJ Brown. And then who's Pittsburgh?
West.
West.
Wes.
Wes. So that's who Wes gets. And then Mike Ramos, or is that who was?
Yeah,
Yes.
Mike.
Gets Kyler, Fournette, Deontay. I mean, that's solid.
That's solid.
That's a great
Yeah.
trade. So one of them is are they both in the playoff? No.
Just
No.
the Jags.
Ramos is right.
Jags are in the playoffs. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
AJ Brown, my fault. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Solid. I
So,
love it.
West said he's got Murray in a bunch of leagues and doesn't have any Lamar, so he wanted to diversify his portfolio. And he also thinks he got the highest valued skill position in the trade, making it worth moving Lenny and DJ.
Solid.
then-
And he got a second. And he got
Yep.
Van Jefferson.
I
like
actually
Van
really
Jefferson.
like Van Jefferson.
Yeah, me too.
And Mike says his thought process behind the trade was he knew AJ Brown was going to miss some weeks, and he was predicting to go to the IR, so he needed to make a move before his value went down a little bit more. He thinks Deontay is a slight downgrade, but pretty comparable. And on top of that, he likes Kyler more than Lamar and a solid running back in Fournette for a playoff run.
I love Kyler more than Lamar. I'm not a fan of
Yeah,
Lamar.
me too.
Not a fan of.
I like Lamar a lot. I like Kyler more. All right.
Kind of QB1.
Who do we got? Browns. Browns or
That's
Ash?
Ash.
Okay. And then is that Jake? All right. So Jake got Gordon, Marcus Callaway, Brian Edwards. Ash got Nico Collins, a first and a second. So
I
is a
love
fir-
this on Ash for Ash.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
it's an
Jake
overpay
just
for
needed
Gordon.
he needed Gordon. Brian
Yes.
Edwards and Nico Collins could be watched because I really like Nico Collins. How are you liking Nico Collins, Adrian?
Like him.
Yeah. Is
He's
he an
solid.
alpha type?
No, with Cooks there, he's not going to be, but he can be like the deep threat. He's a lot taller, so he's definitely going to be a red zone target.
Mm-hmm. If anyone's not knowing about Nico Collins, Google it. I think he's gonna be good. All right, so yeah, I think Ash solid. And Jake, you did what you had to do.
Their comments, Jake says he knew he was in the playoffs, needed to provide depth to his roster. And Ash said he lost week 9, looked at his roster and decided to blow the farm, selling Dalvin and Keenan. He then acquired Gordon in the Keenan deal, and it was always going to be a flip, so he sold him as quick as he could.
Mhm.
He likes Edwards and Callaway, but he thought acquiring picks was the right way to do his rebuild. Or his
This
mini
says-
rebuilds.
This says to me Jake couldn't find another running back that someone was going to part with. So he had to spend a first and a second. But for a first and a second and Nico Collins, it's desperation because I'm hoping to get someone I'm going to have next year, which Melvin Gordon can be, but how good is he going to be when he's on the Jets or wherever he's
Right.
going to go?
I think Jets is a great call. I like that.
Yeah. So who do we got? We got Mushroom,
Mache.
Mache, and Adrian.
Me.
Tell us, Adrian.
So this is basically he needed a quarterback for.
Oh.
I think he has a quarterback on a bye.
Yep.
So
Good.
that's all it was.
That's enough of that. That was
Yeah,
perfect.
that
That
was,
was
that's
good. That'll
He
do
gave
it.
you a third, pretty much. That's it.
Hey, Sam Darnold might accidentally be good. And then you got a
No.
third, and you weren't going to do anything with Jimmy anyway.
I can't even give Sam Darnold away in NFL league.
I
dude,
think Sam Darnold's done. If you still believe at this point, you're hanging on.
I don't think
I know.
he is. I
Yeah.
guarantee he's not.
I hope
Oh.
for you, you're right.
I
I mean,
hope
he's
for
making a
me.
ton of money next year.
I just got him in another league, paid a third,
Yeah.
and everyone said,
Cam Newton's not
stolen.
the answer. I got to tell you that.
That company's
No, that's true. That I agree with.
the Raiders is Rizzo,
Rizzo.
and Pittsburgh
Wes.
again, Wes. Anything on this one, Justin?
Yep. So the Raiders received Darrell Henderson. West gets a 2022 first and Keyshawn Vaughn. I didn't get anything from Rizzo, but West basically said knowing Henderson becomes a free agent in these leagues and enters a timeshare with Akers back made getting him a first a no-brainer as he's not in the playoffs anyway.
Yep. I love it.
Agreed.
I'm sure Rizzo didn't
It's
say
both.
anything. Wes, you killer. If you didn't even need Vaughn, I'll take a first for Darrell
Yeah.
Henderson immediately.
But I imagine, Darrell Henderson's a guy you can rely on for playoff. So
Sure.
it's fine either way.
Oh
so.
yeah, no, Rizzo did what he had to do. Again, a first though. Dang it. I'd love to have someone that I could ride next year. Braxton and the 49ers, and that's Cole.
Superman.
Nope, Van. Supervan.
And
Superman. What are you doing?
Van. Yeah, Van.
I've got his reason
Montgomery.
here. So
So I do like Parham. I don't know if anyone likes him. I'm a big fan of Parham and Damian Harris though, but Montgomery. You just gave Braxton a 14-win team. Montgomery.
Mhm.
That's when you got to make them bleed, guys. Make it hurt. At least try, because these guys are trying to make a push.
Well, we don't know if he tried or not, because we can't see. They got 10, rejected trades
Braxton-
or whatever.
Braxton's brutal, but I know
Yes, he is.
he's a tough trader. So, but Van, anyone tried to deal with Van?
Oh, it's so hard.
Oh, it's so hard. Exactly. Adrian, how many times you tried to deal with Van?
Hey,
About 40,000 times, 40,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. He's
All right,
tough.
who's the hardest person to
Easy.
trade with?
Hardest. Well, you don't play that much, so you'll just respond with no. But then there's no counter a lot of times.
Usually I get
Because
nothing.
Most of the
nothing.
time, there's
Really-
nothing for me to
really
counter.
Okay.
I hate the offer that much. I'm not even, if
But then
if I see something in there that I think is workable, I'll send a counter.
you typically don't, but you don't even say it's not worth countering. You just say no, and then someone will write you back, and then no one hears from you. Ash
Who's the-
will start.
Who's the easiest
Ash,
person to trade with?
easiest to trade with. Well, it's the people who communicate the most, so it's probably us four.
I was just gonna say, I think I'd put Ash in the easiest to trade with.
Oh, God.
He'll start.
What?
Oh, he'll start.
Ash
in
and
my
I
experience.
It takes
have-
a while to get there. It does take a
Yeah,
while to
but
get
it-
there.
But
He
it
gets there
happens.
though.
With him, it's constant communication and it happens eventually. With other
It
people, you
does.
send one offer, it's rejected, and it's over. You don't hear
I
back.
think Renee would probably be the easiest to trade with.
Renee's easy to deal with.
Renee has some good offers. She goes for what she wants to, like Joe.
Yep.
That's why Joe can probably be pretty easy, although his trades are so bad. But they negotiate well. All right, next.
This sounds like
Let's-
off-season.
Can I
Let's
comment on this
finish
trade real
over to-
quick?
Oh, yes. What do you need? Jason?
A little tip. This is a big fantasy tip. Really easy. Never trade for a Patriots running back. It's all. That's half the battle.
It
never
is
do it.
tough, but we're all going to get a hard on for Ramondre Stevenson, right? Next year.
Never touch. Don't even touch him.
He's fun
I
to
got
watch.
it.
They got
I
another
gotta let
running
him
back in
defend
the
himself.
fourth
He
round.
did send in a message.
Hold on 1 sec. Say it again, Adrian.
I said until they draft another running back in the fourth round and then end up playing him.
Yeah.
That could happen. What were you going to say? What were you going to say, Justin?
So Van did send in a message. Don't let him defend himself in that trade.
Yeah.
He said holdouts were going to eat up a lot of his rebuilding cap, and he didn't have any draft cap to move Wilson or Zeke. So
Totally fair. Totally fair.
it was
I will
all for
say,
rebuilding and not having money.
I will say, I asked him today in JB, hey, bro, would you part with Patterson? He just put LOL no. That was it. That was
All right.
it. But we always say Superman. We always pull for him. I don't know why we like him so much, but I'm a fan. He's a good dude. He does communicate. During tax season, I just want everyone to know, he will not be communicating with you. He's ghosting all of us. But Van, we're pulling for you, brother. All right, JB, last league. Let's go real quick to the draft order. It's a 12-team league, super flex, so this will be a little bit quicker. Thanks for having fun with us, everybody. 101, John, made a couple moves at the very end. Probably could have made about 30 more, but I'm pulling for you, brother. You've been hanging in. We've talked a whole bunch over the years, and you got the 101 again. You got Lawrence last year. I hope you crush it this year and can compete. You know, you got Nuke in a trade. Familiar face, Kansas City Chiefs at the 102.
I was
mean-
so nervous about losing that pick.
Did you? Oh, well, look, 17 points to Cincinnati Bengals, 1762 to
Yeah.
Baltimore Ravens, 17.
Because, you know, Gallup came off IR, Judy came off IR. So they started scoring points for me where half the season, they weren't getting me any points.
You're lucky I had a huge week this week.
So where did you go? Oh, the Browns. Oh, no.
I had like the most. I think I had like the most
Cincinnati.
points scored. My team went off this week or something
Which
like that. I
team
don't
are
know.
you? Which team are
On the
you?
Bengals.
Oh, Bengals. Oh, there they are. Bengals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Didn't you almost win your matchup?
I won my matchup. I
You
think I
won
just
your
I
matchup.
recall.
Dang
Yeah, he
it.
won.
Dang it. That hurts, bro. Just by points. Well, okay.
It's all right. I'll take the third pick. Zach will mess it up.
Any analysis? Oh, dude. I thought he messed it up when he took Mac Jones, but he might not have. Dang it. Although he did take ETN when he should have taken Zach Wilson. I still like Zach Wilson.
No,
Oh, well. We should.
I am
think of a
ecstatic,
bet.
that I got 2 firsts for him and 32.
You did from Braxton. The static is. I still have faith. I still have faith. I don't have to remind you guys that Peyton Manning was awful his first year too, and he was on the Colts. All right. Any analysis from the AFC side that you saw that stands
I
out?
also
Zach?
own the 6th pick because of Roy making a push for the playoffs and fell short.
Hmm.
I think
Brutal.
And I also
last-
own the 5th and the 7th pick.
Oh,
So it's gonna be a 2-man draft.
so you have the. Oh, he'll be trading.
you want to talk about a 2-man draft in NDL 32? I have 3 first-round picks, and the Colts have, I believe, 4 first-round picks between the two of us.
In NFL?
32.
Oh,
So
32.
we own half of the first round, just us 2.
Yeah, I saw the other day. I don't own mine. Gross. I'm so pissed, dude. And okay. Any analysis on the AFC? Nope. NFC, we have San Francisco 49ers. Who's the 49ers? I don't know the NFC very well. At all, is what I meant.
Neither do I.
I know, huh? None of us are
That
in the-
is.
James is.
Chris.
Gosh,
Who is it?
I'm drawing a blank right now.
Steve. It's Steve, I think.
Big Steve?
Who the fuck is
Big,
Steve?
Big Steve.
No. All right, so San Francisco 49ers. This was,
We'll
you
get back
guys
to it.
actually scored a lot of
Oh,
points.
that's
15,
Hugh.
23. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Big
Hugh.
Hugh.
Huge.
Oh, yeah, big dog.
Huge.
Hugh comes in waves. He'll chat and then gone for months. So Hugh got the 101. New Orleans Saints is who? Who are
Tim.
the Saints. Tim.
Tim is New England in 32. So he,
Robinson?
101 or 102, and then he made the playoffs in the other league.
Okay. And then the Cardinals is
Nick, maybe? No, Nick is Tampa Bay.
he's always
That's
Tampa Bay.
Chris. That's another
Chris.
Chicago guy.
Okay. Don't know him. Hopefully he listens. Keep listening. Play with us on Discord. Is that Chris? Yeah. He kind of comes in waves too. Hasn't been here in a while.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the breakdown right there. Any analysis on the NFC at all?
Not off the top of my head.
Good. Okay. Let's see the playoff picture. Okay. So
All right. Wild
who-
card.
who has the buys? Buys.
Everyone has a bye except for the wild card teams. So the only teams playing this week are the week 13 playing games at the top here.
Okay, so let's just talk about those right now. NFC. So only those 4 teams are going this week,
Yep, for
Okay.
the actual playoffs.
and then I'm going to end. So we're almost done with the show, but I do want to end with seeing if you have figured out a solution for the playoffs next year. Don't answer now. Okay, so Masij and the Lions. Who do we got? Representing the NFC. Oh, we got Hurts and Russell. That's going to be tough. Dylan's on bye. He's got 4. Oh, so he's okay. So he's got a great team.
Diggs, Metcalf, Waddle. Nice.
Mhm. Dalton Schultz, though, he might be all right.
Yeah.
Going up against Nilo. What up, Nilo? Nilo made the playoffs. Good job, bro. So he's got Heineke or Tannehill. Oh, he's going to be starting Heineke unless he makes some trades. Tannehill's on bye. Hilliard's on bye. That kind of hurts because he might do something again. But he's got Jonathan Taylor. But you can start 2 or 3,
You have to start
right?
2.
Got to start
Yeah.
2. You can start 3. Oh, it's 2 to 4 running backs, I think.
2 to 4.
So that's going to be a little bit rough in the running back room. No one on bye. Thielen, Darius Toney, Cooks. That's a little rough, and Waller on. He's injured. That's going to be rough. Look for some trades. Don't want to
see
say
Mache.
it, but Mache, good Lord, that's a brutal matchup, Nilo. All right, so then Broncos going up against Adrian. I know those 2 teams very well. So who's on bye? No one's on bye. Wow. Sucks for you, Adrian. Dang it. Good job, Renee. So
But she's got some injury issues.
remember, it is super flex, so she has some options. Hopefully having Kyler back. Hopefully for Renee. Hopefully not for Adrian. Dalvin's hurt, but she does have Madison. Kamara's iffy, but she's got Ingram, and he's a full participant. And Eckler's back. Imagine if she starts Eckler, Kamara, Madison. Is there one more?
That's
She will.
disgusting.
She'll start the 3 running backs.
Oh, Madison, Kamara, Eckler. Okay, so that's
She'll have to start
super
those
sexy.
3.
She has to, and she would basically no matter who else she had rostered and wide receiver. Okay, that's a decent team. Let's see Adrian's. She's got Noah Fant or Jared Cook. We got Allen and Lamar. Oh no, sorry Renee. Good God. Oh, and then Mixon and Robinson. Oh shoot, it's not looking good, Renee. Keenan Allen, Justin Jefferson. Oh, and then the GOAT, Jacoby Myers. And even if you only wanted to start the minimum, I guess you can only start 1 or 2 tight ends, but Goddard and Evan Ingram.
You could
he's
start
done all
3.
right. Okay. So that's a good, I got Adrian on there.
That's a
Dang it.
disgusting quarterback combo.
Yeah,
Makes me
that's
sick to
Yeah,
look at it.
without the
That's
quarterback
so
combo.
rough. That's so tough, bro. Okay, so that's all for this week. Let's go to the trades real quick. Unless Zach, you see anything that stands out or that you saw?
AFC wise for the playoffs, I have either Adrian or Wes winning it.
Wes, huh? Did you say
So
Wes?
they're gonna play week 14. Whoever wins that game, I
Todd?
think, is going to win. Or sorry, Todd.
Yeah.
Wes
Okay.
is whoever wins that game, I think, will win the AFC.
Okay.
I had not looked at the NFC yet.
NFC. I cannot believe that Cole didn't make the playoffs. That was crazy.
I like the LACTU or the Bears. I don't know. LACTU probably, and maybe the Lions.
Who is that? Is
Just
that
came up
Rizzo?
recently.
Rizzo's
Rizzo,
LA?
yeah, is LA.
Yeah.
And then the Bears, is that Nate?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's in all the leagues, but he doesn't play with us. He never chats. What a stinker. I talked to him
All right, we didn't have
today.
many trades. So
He is easy to get a hold of, but he doesn't play. All right. So let's go. John finally places a trade to purchase Nuke from Joe and a third and a first. So he got Nuke and a first, and he gave up Fournette and Thielen. For a rebuild team, that's solid. I'll take
his
Nuke
thing
and a
is-
first.
yeah, he wanted to get rid of Thielen. I mean, he's tried to get rid of Thielen, and it took Fournette to do that. And so he basically figured it as Hopkins for Fournette and Thielen for a first is the way he looked at it. Joe wanted to basically compete for the playoffs, so that's why he wanted Fournette and Thielen. So it's all about playoffs for Joe. John just wanted to unload Thielen and Fournette because he sees them as declining, is what he said.
So what happens to Joe's teams when they start to go down a little bit and he has no picks?
He sells them
It's-
for next year's downgrades.
Yeah, in a
It's
perfect
amazing
world.
because somehow he'll turn chicken shit into chicken salad. Like he'll take all of his bad players and somehow trade them off for a good piece and then use that good piece to trade off for more pieces. I hate giving him props because
Don't do it. Bite
But
your tongue.
why? Why you gotta show love, man? You,
I don't dislike Joe. It's just
no, but I mean,
so
that
NFL
type of thing,
is
it's
NFL
fun
league
to,
is what drove the
ahead.
whole thing, and he's been a division rival since year 2. And he's been the guy that I always had to like beat to win the division.
yeah.
So it's
But
kind
it's
of
like the Patriots. I don't know why people hate on the Patriots. It's
'Cause
fun
they
to hate
cheat.
on them. Yeah, who doesn't cheat? It's fun to hate on them because they're so tough and they win a lot, right? But you got to give props to the Patriots, just like Joe. It's fun to hate on him because he throws out shit trades and then he gets gold back, and then you're like, what the fuck? But all right, the next one is
Right.
Adrian and Roy. Adrian, go for it.
I couldn't believe he did this. I still thought he was gonna make the playoffs until he made this trade.
But I had to
Roy,
throw
that
two
is.
first at him. So that's.
I know, but
Yeah, I needed Mixon bad.
he gave up his playoffs for those 2 first.
It's so hard to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
That it is tough. It is tough taking this trade, but Pollard, Woods, and 2 firsts for Joe Mixon and Evan Ingram. Good trade.
I'm the biggest Joe Mixon fan, I think, ever. And I think that's a big overpay for Joe Mixon.
Gotta do what
Because
you gotta do though, because that team
What?
looks awesome now for the playoffs.
But if you win,
It's all that
Yeah.
matters.
all worth it.
Banners fly forever.
so he got Pollard, Woods, Komet, all 3 solid pieces in my opinion, and 2
And
firsts. And Evan Ingram, hopefully he's on another team or with another quarterback, and Joe Mixon. That's what it takes to get a running back.
I
Especially-
overpaid, but
That's
it was
what it
something
takes.
I wanted to do.
And then Roy and he kept selling. I ended up selling Watson and AJ Brown
Ooh.
for Russ Wilson and Devonta Smith. For me, I feel, again, I'm going to take risk with AJ Brown here and there, and then I'm going to shovel him off where I don't want the risk. I have wide receivers that I do like that are safer. I love Devonta Smith, and I think Devonta Smith for AJ Brown for me in this league with my roster is a nice wash right there. AJ Brown should destroy him every year, but you know what they say about availability. And I'm skeptical given his last couple of years of how many games I'm going to get with him. If Devonta Smith can play 15 or 17 games, I think he has a good enough floor to where I can start him happily every week. And then Russ Wilson, I'll take Russ Wilson. I think he's going to be an upgrade over Deshaun Watson this year. That was a win for me.
I mean, hardly
then-
some of these weeks.
Yeah, right. But even look at this piss poor week from Russ Wilson this week got me 30 points. So that outscored every quarterback on my team. So I hung on to Watson as long as I could. I thought I was going to make the playoffs. I did make the playoffs. I need Russ Wilson. He's going to be on a different team, I believe, next year. He won't be on Seattle unless they beg him. And of course, the coach won't be there. Was Pete Carroll? He will not be there, or Russ Wilson's gone. Period. So I like the trade for me. What do you guys think? I actually really like it for him too.
So I'm with you. I'm a huge Devonta Smith fan. I would have, if I'm rebuilding, I'd probably lean the Watson side just because, he'll be around longer.
Mhm.
But I love Smith. And like you said, if you can get 14 plus games out of Smith, you're probably going to get much more production than you will out of Brown until he
Mhm.
proves otherwise.
I hope that's not true because he's a monster and he's so fun to watch. But as far as the quarterbacks go, Deshaun Watson, Russ Wilson, they're both full steam ahead next year. Is anyone
Oh, yeah.
going to be surprised if they're finishing quarterback 4-5 or 5-4. I mean, they could finish neck and neck, or he's out of the league, but he'll be playing. He could have been playing this year, the commissioner said. Zach, you
Hey.
have any, Jason?
The good news is you're going to have a stack next year with Russell Wilson and Devontae Smith.
Dude,
That wasn't a joke. If I would,
that could be hot.
I'm gonna put money on that he's going to be an Eagle. I don't see a world where he's not. We got the picks to do.
I haven't even heard those rumors, but I would cream my
I
pants.
just
That'd be
saw
awesome.
Justin's boner. I saw his
That's
peanut,
all
just
over-
the head,
all
just
over
tip
Philly.
right up.
All
Well,
over
that,
every
that
day.
would be awesome.
Huh.
Zach, what do you think about that trade?
I don't like Watson, so I like it on your side.
Okay, well, I love it for him as well, since he's playing for next year. Those two have more risk than my two, but could easily outscore my two. So I like it for him as well, but
And
I
for me,
very
it
much
doesn't
love
really
it for me.
matter because it's just guys swapping teams in my division.
True, yeah, it's meaningless to your team. You're right. Okay, that's it for this league. Oh,
Mhm.
that was the trades. That was it. All right. So Zach, real quick, everyone's got to go. You guys have been great. Thanks so much, Zach, for this. Thanks for getting on here. Is there any way we could push the playoffs back 1 week since the league extended, or why didn't we do that?
Because we didn't vote on it.
So we just didn't. So next year we'll be a little more
The
intentional.
schedule, NFL schedule didn't change to 18 weeks until late April.
Mhm.
At that point, it's too late to the season. Essentially, the season's already started.
You know who it wouldn't have been too late for 5 years ago, Zach. 5 years ago, Zach would have got on it.
Yep.
COVID, Zach ended up forgetting he played fantasy football because he didn't think the season was going to start or finish. And then 2021, Zach, I don't even know what to say about him. I'm sad. I'm ill a little bit. I'm very flaccid about
Just giving
it
you a
all.
chance for a couple of years.
Okay, so just so everyone knows, we have a chance to at least push it back 1 week, right? We're gonna
Here-
vote on it.
So I will say this right now. Here is what we will not do. We will not add a 7th team to the playoffs.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
We
Why
will
was that an
we are
option?
keeping the playoffs exactly
What-
how they are as far as team structure, how many teams are in, how it's
Just for
done.
payout reasons.
Okay,
That
have
and
no
I don't
preference.
like the fact that they're, 14 teams out of 32 make the playoffs.
I don't think anyone cares about that. I know you're saying it probably coincides with what I'm about to say,
No,
Which-
so
but no one
Pushing
cares
it
about
back-
that.
pushing it
I
back
do.
a week,
It's
I
the
agree with
it's
that.
buys.
it's not gonna happen.
It's the buys.
I agree with Zach.
That's all that matters. The only thing
So-
that matters to us degenerates that work hard all year is going into the play. God bless you, sweetheart. Hello.
So yes, Jason,
going into
we
the
will put
playoffs
it
with
up for
buys.
vote to add a 17th game to the season, which would take place week 13,
Yeah.
which would mean our playoffs start week 14.
Okay.
So there's just 1 week of buys. That
Yeah.
is better.
Well,
Can,
we don't know what the NFL is gonna do as
You're
far
right.
as
That's true.
schedule.
but it should be. We should have
Yeah.
this for another year at least.
We should not have more than 1 week of buys.
Can we also vote by then extending the trade deadline through buys? If we're gonna have buys during playoffs,
Prepare
what
for it
would
beforehand.
it matter?
You have a whole season to prepare
Oh, yeah,
for
and we
buys.
will, but injuries don't happen in week 6 and then 14 in the same
It's-
way.
It's part of the game.
What
if-
would it matter? What does
So
it
here's the
matter?
thing. If your best players get injured the week after the bye, you can't trade.
Correct.
You have to build your team with
But-
depth.
But we're not doing it arbitrarily. We're saying since we have buys, why wouldn't we have a trade deadline past buys?
Build your team with depth.
But it's not always possible because injuries can crush your depth.
I get that.
But
But
why
that's
wouldn't there be a trade
injuries
deadline?
crushed my team in JB this year. I
Why
literally
wouldn't
had
we?
6 guys on IR.
What's the reason why we
Because,
wouldn't
like,
have a
you-
trade deadline
you-
through
because
buys?
I don't like trading during the playoffs. I don't like, okay, so let's say, let's just take for example, JB, Renee and Adrian are in the playoffs. They're in the play-in game.
Mhm.
That happens week 14. Whoever gets knocked out is now, okay, I don't care. I made the playoffs. I want to get picks. So I'm going to trade my best players now since I lost in the playoffs.
But that's only one team.
But it still affects the outcome of the playoffs. A playoff team shouldn't be able to trade with another playoff team
As much as I hate to admit it,
after they've lost
Then-
in the playoffs.
I do feel that, because then you're getting kind of the best of both worlds. Like, built your team for a run, shit broke bad. All right, sell the team anyway.
Yeah, but the guy only has
Like-
1 week, and it still has to have a trade partner say
They
yes.
still come out with them
Yeah.
cold hard cash though.
I think this will be good topics for our long off season of podcasts. We'll have to come up with.
Amen.
Yep.
Maybe we can think of something that gives him an aha moment. But pushing it
Maybe.
back to where we only have 1 week of buys, that'll be good. That was a failure on Zach's part, and all of ours for not really thinking hard about it.
Yeah, there
Zach was
that.
busy, but Zach 5 years ago, he would have made it happen. He would have had at least a vote.
No,
But-
because it happened too late.
April's-
Rule changes have to happen before April.
Before preseason. All it has to be is the off season. If no games have been played, rules could change. Is 100% participation. Always, if there's not 100% participation, I agree. You can't make changes. But no games played or preseason. But hey, 9:05. You guys are amazing. 9:05 here on the best coast. I don't even-
11:05.
Oof. Hey, thank you, Zach. It was great coming on, dude. Really appreciate you. Justin, Jason, Adrian, anything else you want to say?
Yeah, fuck you, Tom. I'm gonna beat you this week.
Yeah, Tom, you suck.
Yeah, dude. Dang, why
Good
you
luck,
so I
Renee.
don't know, Tom. All right. Hey guys, it was great. Zachy, thanks so much for coming on, man. We love giving you shit and we love having you on, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. We'll talk to you guys on the flippity flop. Deuces. Deuces
Later.
are wild.